What if I told you you can stay right in the heart of Disney Magic for under $140 per night? Well, today we're breaking out everything you need to know about Disney's All-Star Music Resort, including how we scored a 3-night stay for $462. Let's dive into this budget-friendly Disney option that doesn't skimp on the magic. Let's go. So we're continuing our budget-friendly Disney journey with an insider look on where we will be staying after our train adventure, the Disney All-Star Music Resort. Now, unlike our train traveler for beginners, I've actually stayed at the All-Star Music Resort before, and I absolutely love it. There's a special kind of charm that goes into the value resorts that makes it not only affordable, but still makes you feel like you're in that Disney bubble without spending the money. Now, we are huge believers that Disney Magic does not have to come with an expensive price tag. And today we're sharing everything you need to know about this affordable option, from room details to pools to dining to park. Now, All-Star Music is one of Disney's 3 value resorts alongside All-Star Sports and All-Star Movies. And the resort is themed around, you guessed it, music. And I love music. Now, the property is divided into 5 themes. The Calypso, which is like a tropical island sound. The Jazz Inn, which is a New Orleans jazz style. The Rock Inn, which is classic rock and roll. Country Fair, which is a little bit of country themed music. And my personal favorite, the Broadway Hotel, which is Broadway musical based. Now, each section focuses on a giant musical instrument or icon, which is perfect for taking pictures in front of. Theming is bold and colorful, just like a Disney experience. And it's exactly what you would expect when staying on property. So one thing I love about All-Star Music is the theming is a little bit more dialed down than some of the other value resorts. It's, I guess you could say, a little less chaotic. Now, I'm not going to say it's not colorful. I'm not going to say that it's not littered with kids, because it's Disney. There are kids everywhere. But sophisticated feel when you're in that resort. We're staying 3 nights in the All-Star Music Resort in a standard room for about $462, which rounds out to be around $135 a night, including taxes and fees. Now, we booked using the Disney Stay Longer promotion, which offers better rates for longer stays. And here's some booking tips that helped us. We booked directly through Disney's website. I am a travel agent. I was able to book myself directly through Disney's travel agent portal, which allowed me to see all of the offers and compare which one was best for the particular stay we wanted to have. We compared rates across different date combinations to see which ones would fit our needs and our budget. We chose to stay in a standard room versus a preferred room. That saves us about $15 to $20 a night, and plus we don't mind taking the extra steps. Just the difference in staying is if you're closer to the front of the resort or the back, we like the experience of just being able to experience the resort as it is. I would recommend booking at least 4 months in advance to give yourself some wiggle room and to check and see if any price adjustments are possible. We did book this resort a little over a month in advance, so that did give us time to compare cost savings before our cancellation date. But let's be honest about the room size. At 260 square feet, these are among the smallest rooms on Disney's property. But they're well designed, and unless you're planning to spend a lot of time in your room, the space works perfectly fine as a place to shower, sleep, and recharge for your next Disney adventure. So let's talk about pool and recreation. All-Star Music has 2 feature pools. The Calypso pool, which is the main pool and shaped like a giant guitar and features a small splash area, and the piano pool. It's the quieter pool. It's shaped like a grand piano and offers a more relaxed atmosphere. Neither pool has a slide or extensive theming like the moderate or deluxe resorts, but They're well maintained and perfect for cooling off after a day in the park. The resort offers a playground for kids, a jogging trail around the property, an arcade with various games, movie night under the stars, and you can always check the schedule upon arrival to see what activities they have planned for the pool area. Now, one important note, pool hopping is not allowed between Disney resorts, but you can use the pools at other all-star resorts if you want some variety. They're within walking distance of each other. If you have been enjoying the tips that we have been giving you on the Disney Value Resort so far, go ahead and do us a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bells so you can stay up to date with other videos that we have coming up. Now, let's talk dining options. Intermission Food Court is the main dining option at All-Star Music Resort. It's the standard Disney food court with multiple stations offering American classics like grilled items such as burgers and chicken, pizza and pasta, sandwich stations, grab-and-go items, bakeries, and desserts. Prices are what you'd expect at Disney. Entrees range from $10 to $15, kids' meals around $8, and snacks and desserts around $4 to $8. The food court is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and typically between 6:30 a.m. and 11 p.m., though the hours can vary seasonally. Now, for our adults in the room here, come a little bit closer. There's also a singing spirit pool bar near the Calypso pool in case you want to have a little drink, have a little refresher while the kids are playing at the pool. Now, here's a budget-friendly dining tip. There are refillable mugs available at the resorts. They're usually around $20 and can be refilled at any of the resorts. Now, they are not refillable in the parks, but you can go to any of the other value resorts and refill them there. I would highly suggest on a busy resort day to mobile order. That way you can skip some of the lines, and you can do that by downloading the My Disney Experience app. Breakfast items tend to be the best value, and in my opinion, they're pretty large portion sizes. So when we go, we usually just get a breakfast platter and split it between the two of us, and we both have a great meal. And to be honest, if you share an entree, that is perfectly acceptable and it saves you money. We do this a lot when we go to Disney. You can also bring your own snacks and drinks to keep in the refrigerator in the room, and that will help you save money as well. Now, one of the fun things that I have learned, pro tip, a lot of people will do an Uber Eats or Instacart delivery order to save some money when you arrive to the hotel, especially if you're staying for a week, for snacks and drinks. That way you don't have to spend a lot of money in the parks. You can actually have it delivered to the front desk and they will call you when it's there. You can go pick it up and take it to your room, and there you go. You have saved money by ordering in bulk, and you can take your snacks to and from the park. And let's talk about the transportation at the All-Star Resorts. One of the biggest perks of staying on property at Disney All-Star Resorts is the transportation. If you're staying on the resort property, there's actually complimentary bus service to and from the parks and Disney Springs. Now, the bus stops are located right at the front of the resorts, and they service all 4 of the theme parks. So you can get to Disney Springs from there, you can get to the water parks from there, and you can get to other Disney destinations from the bus stop. Now, there are a few transportation details that you would need to know when navigating the Disney bus stops. Buses typically run every 20 minutes. During peak time, each All-Star Resort gets its own dedicated bus. During slower periods, buses may stop at all 3 All-Star Resorts. The approximate travel times to Animal Kingdom is about 10 to 12 minutes. To Magic Kingdom, it's about 15 to 20 minutes. To Epcot, it's about 15 to 18 minutes. And to Hollywood Studios, it's about 12 to 15 minutes. If you're headed to Disney Springs, you're also looking at that 15 to 20 minutes time range. Now, there is no boat, there is no monorail, there is no Skyliner at the All-Star Resorts. It is bus transportation only. If you want those alternatives, you may need to look at staying in a different resort, but it's typically going to be a little more expensive. The All-Star Resorts are quite close to Animal Kingdom, so that's the quickest park you can reach from the All-Star Resorts. Now, let's be honest about the pros and the cons of staying at an All-Star Resort. The pros. It's among the most affordable on-property option. It has recently refurbished rooms with modern amenities. By staying at All-Star Resort, you do get access to early theme park hours. There is free Disney transportation. Disney theming and atmosphere is throughout the park, so you're still within the bubble of magic. There are 2 nice pools. Mobile check-in and room-ready notifications will come to you through the My Disney Experience app, so you can know when your room is ready. This hotel is Disney dining plan eligible. There is an extensive food court with many options. Disney does have some resort perks like package delivery, Magic Band integration, and so on. Now, let's talk about some of the cons. The rooms are typically smaller than a modern and deluxe resort. They're often crowded, especially during cheer and sports events. And honestly, it's because the price is great. Buses can be packed during peak hours, so make sure you plan accordingly. There is no table service restaurants, and honestly, trying to save money, we applaud this. There is no special views like a Savannah or a Castle view that you will get at other resorts. It is typically a longer distance to most parks, except for Animal Kingdom. There's no water slides or elaborate pool theming, and there's actually fewer recreation options than higher tier resorts. Now, for us, the pros outweigh the cons by far. We don't need water slides. We don't need outdoor recreations when we go to relax and enjoy the parks. And to be honest, considering the significant cost savings, the value is there for us and it makes sense for us to stay at a value resort. Now, speaking of park experiences, this is what we have planned for our park day. On May 21st, we will be visiting Animal Kingdom, which is perfect since it's the closest park to All-Star Music Resorts. We also have something special lined up. Since it is Travel Agent Appreciation Month, we were able to score 2 free park tickets to Animal Kingdom. This means that our park experience is going to be totally free outside of whatever we decide to purchase. Now we're talking about budget friendly. We'll document all of this in a future video, and of course, we'll show you exactly how you can maximize our Disney experience. Now, we'll document all of this in future videos, and we'll show you exactly how we maximize our Disney experience and while keeping costs manageable. Now, based on my previous experience at All-Star Music, here are some resort tips. If you request a room in the Calypso section, it's closer to the main building and the main pool. Avoid rooms near the bus stop if you're a light sleeper. They tend to be a little bit noisy. The food court is least crowded before 8 a.m. and after 8 p.m. Refill your water bottles at the food court instead of buying water bottles. Take advantage of the pools during midday when most guests are at the parks. Use mobile check-in and the My Disney Experience app to avoid front desk lines. If the Calypso pool is crowded, the piano pool is usually much quieter. Check out the gift shop. It has some resort-specific merchandise you can't find elsewhere. The resort offers laundry facilities if you need them during your stay. Consider using an Uber or Lyft if you're heading to Disney Springs in the evening. Oftentimes, it's faster than waiting for the bus. And my number 1 tip, the resort is spread out. Be prepared to walk a bit, wear comfortable shoes, and request a room location that minimizes walking if that's important to you. Is All-Star Music the right Disney resort for your budget? If you value being at a Disney property with all the associated perks, but don't need luxury accommodation or elaborate theming, this resort offers incredible value. Have you stayed at any of the Disney Value Resorts? Drop your experience in the comments and let us know. Would you choose to save on the accommodations or spend more for a elevated Disney experience? Now, don't forget to follow for our full Disney experience, from our budget train travel to our park experience. Thanks for watching, fam, and we'll see you in the parks.